In my previous lab, I made area 4 a stub area. I enabled OSPF between switch 1 and router 4. And with the stub area, what ABR is doing is filtering LSA type 5 and 4 for that matter, and introduces the LSA type 3 default route instead. So even though those routers here, in my case switch 1 is the router, does not know all the external networks, it can reach them via default route through R4 now. So I reduced the size of the routing table significantly by doing show IP route OSPF that operation. So I have a default route instead. I'm gonna go one step further with that. Maybe I'll create another relationship between switch 4 and R5. So I'm gonna have adjacency, OSPF adjacency between them, and initially it'll be learning everything, and I'm gonna just make the area 5 totally stubby area. That's a Cisco enhancement that even further reduces the size of a table. Let's see that happen. So I'm gonna go to switch 4. In VLAN 5, I am going to enable adjacency in OSPF. First I need interface in VLAN 5. Let's create an SVI, switched virtual interface. IP address will be 10.1.5.say100. No IP address, typo, and no shut. So that enables interface in VLAN 5. Do ping, can I ping my R5 10.1.5.254? Let's see. Yes, there's a layer 3 reachability. So now, router OSPF 1, let's make ID on that. So router ID 10.10.10.10, and do show IP interface brief, exclude UNA. I'll say network 10.1.5.100.0.0.0.0 area 5. So shortly I should have do show IP routes, full routing table OSPF, and full routing table in OSPF. That includes all external prefixes. So obviously if I do include E2, there's a bunch of external prefixes. So I have them all. I have intra area here, I have inter area, and I have external prefixes as well. Now let's make this area totally stubby area. What is going to happen in that case? The switch 4 will have a flag area 5 stub. That's not going to be different from what we've seen so far on switch 1 in stub area. It's just stub. But on the ABR, instead of area 5 stub, I'm going to use the command area 5 stub no dash summary. What that is going to create is going to make R5, the ABR here, realize that this area should filter out not only the external prefixes, but also inter area, the OIA prefixes, and instead it's going to introduce the default route. So currently I'm going to lose maybe my neighbor shortly. Yeah, neighbor adjacency is down because the area 5 on R5 does not have a stub flag enabled. So let's make that happen. So when I do that, I'm going to go to R5 here real quick. Router OSPF 1. And I am going to make the area 5 here. Area 5, I'm going to make it totally stubby area. Area 5, stub, and no dash summary. Enter. So that is the do show run section router OSPF 1. OSPF 1. So on ABR, if I want to create area 5 a totally stubby area, the ABR must have a flag stub no summary, and we just have a stub on switch 4 here. Now what is the result? If I repeat my show IP route OSPF, there it is, complete reduction of the size of the routing table. Everything is gone. So what we've filtered out is inter area prefixes, external as well, and instead the ABR introduces itself as a default gateway or gateway of last resort to everything else. And I can still ping those networks. So if I go to, let's say, R2, and if I want to ping this network or this particular host in the subnet, I will be able to do that. It's working. So same with traceroute. So that is even further a reduction of the size of the routing table. Should have here no IP domain lookup. There's no DNS here, so it's going to work faster with this. So what I need to do is basically enable ABR as a totally stubby router, which filters out everything except for default route. In the next video, I'm going to tackle NSSA area, see what that is.